So this is mashed potatoes with Rico. Be sure to add his page and subscribe to him, and a lot more to come.
All right, now this was your grandma's recipe, correct?
No, my grandma always did plain mashed potatoes, and I like a little bit more than just plain mashed potatoes. We're doing some mashed potatoes, kind of my style. I do them a little different than what most people do, I guess, because I've seen many people's eyes bug out when I go to do them, but everybody loves them. So now what I like to do is I like to go ahead and I like to add some butter. I add usually about a quarter of a block, maybe a little bit more. Let it sit in there and let it melt. Add some milk. Get your wooden spoon or whatever you want and just kind of stir it up, let it mix up. If you like bacon, you know bacon and cheese makes everything better, right? So throw in some bacon. Got about 5 strips here that I used actually used a coffee grinder to chop them up really fine. So then you mix that in, stir it all up. So then now you got your bacon, and like I said before, what's better than bacon and cheese, right? Bacon and cheese makes the world go around, makes everything better. So now I'll add in a little bit of cheddar cheese. And again, it's to taste or whatever, to your own personal choice. So we mix that in there while it's hot so it melts. And as you notice, I don't really measure much of anything. I go by taste. I put it in, and as I get to a certain point, I'll start tasting it, and I get it to taste. So now we'll add a little bit of the green onion in. Then you just stir that up really well. When you're adding these ingredients and you're experimenting or whatever, I don't experiment. I know what I'm doing on this. I've done it for quite a few years. And anyways, the best thing to do is if you're unsure, add a little bit. You can always add more. Better to add not enough and be able to add more than it is add too much and you can't take it out. The reason I say that, because the next step I do, grab your choice of meat rub or seasoning that you like. Today I'm going to use Raven seasoning. Now you'll notice as I go to pour it in, I won't pour it in real heavily. Doing that, you get a little bit different of a flavor too. But you don't want to go heavy on it. You can always add more, but you can't take out if you add too much. So now we'll go to the refrigerator and I'll get some garlic out and we'll add a little bit of garlic. Now got my garlic. Gotta keep the vampires away. And we'll add a couple tablespoons. About the only thing I sort of measure out. This is a good spot to have your significant other or your kid or whoever come over and help you taste test. So here we go, adding a little bit more Ravens. Easier to add more than it is to take it out if you put too much.
So you're saying if you did put too much, you could take it out. It's just harder.
You're stuck eating it.
Oh, okay.
Maybe boil more potatoes.
There you go.
More cheese. She likes lots of cheese, so you can add a little bit more. Rico, what do you think?
Tastes like more.
Is this supposed to be on?
For my preferences, I would add a little bit of salt for me, but it tastes pretty good the way it is.
So he wanted more salt. I added a little bit more of the seasoning, of the Raven seasoning. So because we're not including salt, we're using that to take place of the salt. So we add a little bit more yet, and should take care of it.
Better? Good?
You can taste the salt difference, and it's really good.
Yep.
All right, bring us home.
Keep on cooking, grilling, and smoking. Salud, my friends.